Good day, everybody. I hope you're all okay. So now, I just want us to focus on the question 8 for calculus derivatives. Okay, still on the mathematics paper 1 to November 2024. Now, the first question they just want to determine d over dx of that bracket. Okay, and it's only 2 marks. So now, 8.1.1. What is it saying? They want us to determine d over dx of what? 3x minus 5x squared. So now I told you that whenever you do such questions, guys, just make a, if you have to sort out everything in that bracket. So now since everything is linear, the answer is just 3 minus 10x. Okay, then you're okay. 8.1.2, they are just saying that now, we must just what? Find g prime of x if g of x it is equals to 2 over x squared minus cube root of what? X squared. So now what are you gonna do? I told that now the moment you set g of prime of x, this when you're representing the derivative. But is my equation linear? No, it is not. So now what is gonna happen? You have to make it linear. Since I have 2 and I have 2 over x, has the power of 2. I can write it as 2 times x to the power of what? Negative 2. This power goes up there and it is changing the sign. Now, whenever you have something like a cube root or whatever, I always tell you to use the inside of a method style. So, what is inside 2, outside 3? Can you see what I'm talking about? So, basically, whenever you have a square root or a cube root or a fourth root, just write the base inside the square root or the fourth root or the third root. Then you take the power inside divided by the power, the number outside. If it was there just x here, you will know that now originally this 1 over 2. Outside there's 2, then that's when they have what? 1 there. Okay, now is it linear now? Now it is okay. Oh, here it is 7, sorry. Now it is okay. Now since it is fine, now I can just say g prime of x is equals to negative 4x to the power of negative 3 minus 7 over 3 x to the power of what is 7 over 3 minus 1? 7 over 3 minus 1 has to be what? 7 over 3 minus 1 minus 1 is, it has to be 7 over 3 minus 1, 4 over 3. Now this is just to the power of 4 over 3. Okay, the next question says determine the equation of the tangent. So now basically they want us to find the equation of the tangent. So now f of x, it is equals to x cubed minus 4x squared plus 2x plus 3. Now since they want us to determine the equation of the tangent, now you know that now I always tell you guys f prime of x, it is equals to the gradient, because now when you have a curve, then there is a tangent. The gradient of that tangent, it is equal to the curve. So now it is f prime of x there, 3x squared minus 8x plus 2 equals to m. But where at x equals to 2, because I've been told. Now you just substitute to wherever there is x to find m. Therefore, m it is equals to 3 times 4, 12 minus 16, negative 4. Negative 4 plus 2, negative 2. But now I just have the x value only. I have to find what? The y at the what? Point of contact. Okay, so at the point of contact, what is the y value? I'm just gonna do my what? Find my corresponding y value using the original equation. So I just have 2 cubed minus 4, 2 squared plus 2, 2 plus 3. Then what is it now? 8 minus 16, which is minus 8, plus 4 minus 4 plus 3. What is minus 4 plus 3? minus 1. So guys, you need to get used to not using a calculator. Yeah, in university there's no using a calculator. So now it means that now my points, it is what? 2 and what? Minus 1. Since I have that now, we are gonna continue now. Now I'm just gonna determine the equation of the tangent. The equation of the tangent, y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. So it is gonna be y minus minus, it is plus 1 equals to negative 2x minus 2. Y equals to negative 2x. Negative and a negative is a positive. 4 minus 1 is 3. So this is my equation that they wanted there. Can you see what I'm talking about? That's how it is. And then now the next question now says determine f prime of x from first principles. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna do that question. What I'm gonna tell you is that, guys, first principles is very easy. The main things to know is that now, since I have g of x or f of x being equals to negative 6x squared, you use your power rule, and then you know that now the final answer must be what? Negative 3x. What is it? Negative 12x, right? So now the main thing I'm gonna tell you, you just write your formula. F prime of x, it is equals to the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x, right? Over h. You write it going down. Please make sure that now this limit as h approaches 0, you write it until now you come to the point where by now you are left with substituting h. So when you substitute h, you do not include this limit as h approaches 0. Okay? Then now if you are having any difficulties, you can write on the comment section, but I do not really want to show you it because it's the free 5 marks that you should get there. Now write down how you'll restrict the domain of f such that f prime of the inverse is a function. So since I have that, to restrict it, you know that now this is basically something like this, negative 6x squared. It is something like this, right? Oh, sorry. Now negative 6x squared, how is it looking like? It is something like this, right? Then now I have negative 6 there. Now to restrict it, x must be less than or equals to 0, or x must be greater or equals to 0. What does it mean? So when x is less than or equals to 0, it means that now this x will be just here. This graph is going to be like this. And then now when x is greater or equals to 0, it is going to be like this. Can you see how we restrict the graph now? That's how it is. 18 marks. Wow. Because of these 5 marks. Determine the equation of the inverse whereby now it is less than or equals to 0. They gave us a condition there. So now since they want the thing, I know that I'm gonna start with my y equals to negative 6x squared. Swap x and y. X it is equals to negative 6y squared. Then I'm gonna divide everything by 6, negative 6. So now to make y the subject, I have to make the square root, right? So this is gonna be the square root of plus or minus negative x over 6 equals to the square root of y squared. Therefore, y it is gonna be equals to. Now check something. If I consider positive thing, if I consider positive or square root of negative x over 6, I can already see that this is impossible because there is no value for a negative number that is inside the square root. But if I have a negative there, it is gonna be defined. So now the answer will be just negative square root of what? Negative x over 6. For what? For x less than or equals to 0. Get what I'm trying to tell you, guys? That's how it's supposed to be. So that even if you substitute a value that for x, it is gonna be positive. Okay. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed. But for first principles, guys, I hope you'll be able to do it. Thank you.